All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakwadash. Second of all, I want to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And third of all, I want to give a peace and safety to the brothers that push this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe. The truth of the King James Bible and all truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe. All right, so as I want to do a short video, I hop alone the spirit of Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai allows it to go, and I want to end the video. The grinding is low in Babylon. Alright, and as you can see on the screen, I just did a simple Google search for a record number of people quitting their jobs, and it says 4.4 million Americans, 4.4 million Americans quit their jobs in September. Right, so you have a large number of people here in Babylon the Great, which America is Babylon the Great, quitting their jobs. Alright, just walking out of the jobs due to the a lot of them due to the mandates. All right, and a lot of them just walking out. Ultimately, a lot of it is because of the mandates that are coming down. Which the top one is it's like not the top one, but which really goes in effect January 4th, where you either have to submit to the testing or take Esau's knockout punch. But yeah, a lot of people are walking out because of that. And I was meditating and thinking about it. The way inflation is going up, I mean, unless you're making a large amount of money an hour, like maybe like between like 50 and 60, somewhere in that area. If you're not in that area, because if you're making like 10 or 15, the way inflation is going up, you're done, man. You might as well walk out of that job because you're not gonna have enough to keep up with the way inflation. Cause the way things are going up, cause you got gas in some places. Gas is like between 4, 5, even $6 and $7 a gallon in some places, and it's just steady climbing. Even that the video, it's like that Devil Biden when he was in Baltimore this week. He said, "Did you ever think gas prices would be this high?" And it's all by design, but the way gas is going up, the way food is going up. I'm pretty sure brother saw that video that brothers was sharing with the woman. I think it was in Virginia. All right, she was in that grocery store, and that slab of meat was like $200. All right, and then you had that big chunk of meat was like $200, which is well overpriced. And you had the smaller packs. It was like it's like $50 and $60 a pack, for those small packs. All right, it's gonna get worse and worse and worse. So unless you're making a ridiculously amount of money an hour, then sooner or later people are gonna realize, look, I'm not. What am I doing here? I don't have enough to keep up. All right, I don't have. I'm not making enough to. I'm not making enough. What's the word? I'm not making enough to survive here. So why am I getting up here wasting time coming here every day? All right. Bills. You still got bills. They're talking about energy costs is going up, so your light bill and all that is going to be higher. All right. So soon more people are just going to walk out. All right. And then a lot of businesses are going to shut down because you got a good number of people out there that aren't willing to take Esau's knockout punch. And if you got a place where if you got a business like Biden came down with a mandate saying if your business has over 100 employees, then they all have to submit to the testing or take the jab. All right. So what if you have 50 people that don't want to take it, and you got 50 people that take it? All right. So the 50 that don't take it, they walk out, but the 50 that stayed, they stay. The business is still going to close down because you need 100 people. Obviously, you need 100 people to run that business. So when 50% of your workers walk out, that other 50 is supposed to pick up that slack. No, that ain't gonna happen. They're gonna go out of business because they ain't gonna have enough people to operate their business. So that's gonna cause more jobs to shut down. All right, which even before this pandemic even hit, you had a record number of places, big franchises like J.C. Penney and things like that, shutting their doors. All right, because the economy and all that was so bad. All right, but yeah, you got a record number of Americans quitting their jobs in September. This is a record. It's like a record number of workers quit their jobs in September. Right, so these are all from mainstream media sources. So you know this is true. And somewhat the numbers are fabricated. It's probably way more than that. All right. Look, up to $11 per hour. That ain't nothing, man. The way inflation is going up, it says this one right here says now hiring, and at the bottom it says up to $11 an hour. All right. Then you got places like McDonald's now, they're paying people like $13 an hour. All right. So, but again, the way inflation is going up, the way how hard Babylon is being hit with inflation is what I meant to say. $11 and 12 and 15 and all that. That's not enough. That's not going to be enough to survive. All right. That's not going to be enough to survive out here. And again, people are going to finally just scratch their head and say, look, why the hell am I coming here every day? All right. Everything is going up. You know, I can't, as soon as I get my check, it's gone. Before I even, they're going to scratch their head and say, why am I even coming here every day? And that's when people are going to start turning to crime. All right, because they ain't going to have the money to buy things and things like that. So what are they going to do? That's when 2 Ezra 15 chapter comes into play. People are going to start turning to crime. All right, and stealing things and looting. All right, and that's when things really get ugly out here in these streets, man. All right, but yeah, man, you get a record number, and these numbers are fabricated, I believe. They ain't really releasing the real numbers. All right, but that's still high as hell. 4.4 million people. That's still a lot of people. And again, some people may be going out there and getting other jobs, but again, the way inflation is hitting, they sooner or later they're gonna realize there's no point in me coming in here every day, slaving for crumbs, and as soon as I get my check, it's gone. All right, because a bag of rice is up, or a can of beans is $50 a can, and a bag of rice is $100 a pack, a bag. All right, and then you got shortages out there. Shelves are bare. Soon there ain't gonna be nothing to buy. Then people again, things are just gonna get ugly, man. The way things are set up is designed to get ugly. The Most High is getting ready to bring mass judgment to the earth. All right, where the scriptures call Jacob's trouble. All right, spoken about in Jeremiah 30:7. All right, but this is second. I'm slacking. Ecclesiasticus chapter 12 verse 1. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not. Right, and this is a part of the evil day, man. All right, shelves being bare. All right, mainly shelves being bare. All right, people not having enough money to survive, and then people are going to turn to crime, man. All right, martial law. That's part of the evil day. Famine, pestilence, all that is a part of the evil day. So it would be smart to get right with Yahweh. If you're an Israelite, to get so-called Negro, Latino, or Native or Seminole Indian, to get right with Yahweh Bashim Yahushua before the Most High really turns things up here, before Jacob's trouble fully comes to pass. All right, which clearly we can see is coming soon. Jacob's trouble. All right, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them, while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after their rain. And the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinding cease. Right, the grinding cease. All right, what does it mean to grind? The grinder cease. All right, workers, people working. All right, again, 4.4 million Americans in September, and today's date is what is it? November, I think the 13th. Yep, November 13th, 2021. Year of patience going to come into the day of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. The grinding ceasing means a lack of workers. All right, us like a working stopping altogether. All right, but now the grinding is low, super low. You might go to a restaurant, choosing the lesser of two evils. All right, because you gotta kind of move quick, and there'll be a sign on the door. Please be patient with us because we only have like 5 people in the back working. Or there's only 5 workers here. Two might be on the outside, taking orders, and then the other 3 are back there in the kitchen. All right, and there's 15 customers in the store. All right, and the grinder cease. Right, and again the the paper on the sign is I mean, it's like it'll say on the sign, please be patient with us because we got a lack of workers. All right. And another thing too, a lot of places aren't taking cash right now. That's another big That's another big, you know, step towards the MOTB. All right. The fact that a lot of these places, like Walmart or even my job, the other day, they weren't taking cash. The only thing you could do was swipe. Why aren't they taking cash? All right. Like the cafeteria at my job the other day, and other places as well. But that's never happened. Why aren't they taking cash? All right, because they're getting ready to phase out this paper money system. Esau is getting ready to phase out this paper money system and bring the MOTB. All right, which is a microchip that will be implanted in your hands or in your brain or in your forehead to buy and sell things. All right, and the grinders cease because they are few. Right, and the grinders cease because they are few. So there are a few people out there grinding, man. The majority of people here in America aren't working. All right, they're getting unemployment. Like when this whole thing first hit, a lot of people just quit their jobs or walked out, and they just got them unemployment, or they had to leave the job because the job shut down, and due to the world health crisis, and they just never went back. They just keep getting free money, which that's what Esau wants. Esau wants people on pretty much on a universal basic income. The government just handing you out money, and that's going to further taint the system, further taint the this money system. All right. When you print up a whole bunch of money, all right, that destroys the power of your dollar. Countries like Zimbabwe and Venezuela are some of the countries that fell victim to that. All right, just printing up a massive amount of money, and eventually the dollar just becomes worthless. And then you got something called inflation, hyperinflation that comes. Now, right now, you're dealing with inflation, but soon hyperinflation will be here. All signs show that hyperinflation will be here soon, and that's when you're going to see a little pack of meat be $400. For a family pack of chicken wings, it'll be $400, or $300, or $200. Outrageous prices. And that's what Esau is doing, man. He's collapsing this system on purpose to bring about the next system, which is the MOTB, which the Most High set him up to bring. All right, which again will be a microchip in your hand or in your brain to buy and sell things. A completely and utterly digital system. It's what this devil wants. All right, because they are few, right? Because there are few people out there working, and those that look out the window be darkened, right? Because there's no future for America. America is done, man. On every side. Listen to all these financial experts. All right, they're all saying the same thing. Pretty much, America is dead, man. America's done, man. You stick a fork in it. They kick the can down the road as long as they can. They could, but now everything, is collapsing. And again, that's why you see inflation. They're talking about inflation on mainstream now. At first, only alternative guys are talking about it. Now they're talking about it every day on mainstream. All right. Verse 4, and the door shall be shut in the streets. Right, the door should be shut in the streets because these businesses are going to close down. And again, with the mandates, a lot of people are walking out due to the mandates, or some people just don't want to work anymore, and they rather just get unemployment benefits. But when this whole thing kicks in January 4th with the 100 employee thing, all right, again, you're going to have some, again, say if you have 50 that wants to work and 50 that don't want to work, that company can't run with 50% of their employees. So what's going to happen? That they're going to shut down. That business is going to shut down. All right. A lot of them are shutting it. A lot of businesses shut down when the World Health Crisis first kicked off, and now they're going to bring about the death blow to finish them off. The rest of these small businesses and things like that. All right. And the door should be shut in the streets again because businesses, places are going to go out of business. More places are going to go out of business. And when the sound of the grinding is low, right? When the sound of the grinding is low, and here you go right here. This is the sound of the grinding being low. Because again, grinding means to work. All right, you got 4.4 million Americans quitting their jobs. So the sound of the grinding is low. All right, everywhere you go, there's for hire signs up. All right, everywhere you go. But it's crazy because nobody wants to work. Nobody wants to work. Right? And again, eventually the people that are still working, they're gonna scratch their head and figure out that look, there's no point in me coming here every day. What's the point of me coming here every day? I'm not making enough. I'm making $600 a week. All right, but gas is $7 to $8 a gallon, or every 2 weeks or whatever. And gas is $6 or $7 a gallon. It makes no sense to keep going to work, and people are going to figure that out. It makes no sense for me to keep coming here and trying to pay this and pay that, because the way inflation is, the way things are going up. Again, eventually people are going to scratch their head and figure it out. There's no point in me coming here every day. All right, so the sound of the grinding is definitely low. As soon as it's going to cease, it's going to stop, because again, all hell is going to break loose. You're not going to be able to go to work and you got people out there shooting and robbing and looting. Who's going to get up and go to work in that? What idiot is going to get up and go to work in that? People are going to be locked up in their house trying to protect what they got, or a lot of people are going to be in the streets trying to find stuff, trying to find something to eat. All right, like I said again, in 2 Ezra the 15th chapter, spoiling one of the houses because of the lack of bread. And when all the grocery stores are emptied out, what are people going to do? They're going to go spoil their neighbors, take what their neighbors got. All right, so you're going to see crime go through the roof here in Babylon the Great. All right, but yeah, man, Lord will, this video was edifying. A little slacky, I rambled a little bit, but I just saw this and just meditate heavy, man. This place is done, man. This place is finito. All right, and everybody's saying it. Everybody's saying that America is done. All right, and the only thing left for this place is for the Most High to obliterate it and ICBM nuclear fire. All right, after the last few prophecies come to pass. So with that, I pray this video was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakwadash. Second of all, I want to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And third of all, I want to give a peace and safety to the brothers that push this truth and sincerity. And with that, I'm going to say shalom.